What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from Age Inquisition TV on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. If it's your first time seeing me, definitely follow me on all social media, Twitter and Instagram at Age Inquisition TV. Listen, I'm a gamer, and I know a lot of y'all may not know this, and I know a lot of y'all may be shocked, but I'm a gamer. I like RPGs. I like action-adventure games like Uncharted, Tomb Raider, RPGs like Final Fantasy, Black Myth Wukong. All of those types of games are the games that I like, right? And so I love Dragon Inquisition, and I love the one before that, but I'm not one of those types of people that for the past 10, 11 years, I've been living and breathing everything Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm not the type of person that remembers everything that happened in Dragon Age Inquisition. Like, what? That was so long ago. That was over a decade ago. I'm not thinking about Inquisition, okay? But when I find out that there's a new Dragon Age game coming out, I'm excited because I remember loving the Dragon Age Inquisition game, right? So Dragon Age releases this trailer, and my initial thoughts was that I felt like it was a bit cartoony, and my mind remembers Dragon Age being a little bit more mature. But Veilguard really looked cartoony from the start. But if I'm being real, Veilguard fits the style of today's society and how we view things, and the new art style and creativity and whimsical and very caricature. You know, that's how a lot of things are in today's world. Movies, media, commercials, all of that. So Veilguard is fitting right in with its company, right? Everyone doesn't want an Elden Ring. And to be honest, I don't even know why the hell people liked Elden Ring. To be honest, I don't understand it for me, right? So, but if I had to be real, I would say that Elden Ring kind of gave what Inquisition kind of gave in terms of like the way it looked visually. I'm on board for something looking new and impressive and colorful. I like that. Now, I'm gonna have to tell you that the video footage that we saw, or that we see of like the gameplay and stuff on the YouTubes, does not really highlight how beautiful the game is when you play it on a nice screen, a nice TV. And the battle scenes and how they play out on the actual game aren't really illustrated correctly on YouTube. YouTube makes the game look trash, in my opinion. The gameplay looks trash on YouTube, but when you play it in real life, it's popping. If you have a good TV, it's popping. It looks really, really clean. Because I couldn't imagine them a decade later creating a game that's unplayable because the graphics are horrible or whatever the case may be, right? So a lot of the hate that's coming out for Dragon Age is for two reasons. One, these YouTubers want to make money, and hate videos makes a lot of money on YouTube. That's one. Two, a lot of the gamers that went to the event, the Dragon Age Veilguard event or whatever, were not given access, free early access to the game. So they feel slighted and they want to hurt the game. The third reason is, I'll give three, is that the game is not what people expected because they were caught and stuck in the Inquisition bubble. I'm gonna tell you right now, the game is not Inquisition. It's a game all on its own, and it looks good, and it plays well, and the story is deep, right? Story is real deep. I don't understand why people are hating on this game because it's a solid game, okay? And I just love the game. I really do. Like, even usually with games, I try not to watch like other YouTubers and what they think about the games because they kind of deter me in any which way. And now, you know, social media, I mean, the companies have gotten so hip to where they don't do actual manuals anymore and walkthroughs anymore and explain stuff because YouTubers explain everything. And so if I had to give one gripe about Veilguard, it would be that Veilguard does not explain everything in the game. You have to like figure it out. You'll get like one little tutorial bubble and then it disappears. And not unless I haven't figured out where the rest of the tutorials are, but usually in games, they give combat tutorials and visuals and videos so you can see that. In Veilguard, they don't. It took me to level 28-ish, almost damn near 30, to figure out how to operate companion combos. And the game didn't really even tell me that. YouTube taught me that. So I had to look at YouTube to figure that out. Also, to get acclimated with the systems and how they do the upgrades and how to get better with your weapons and all of that, I don't know what level I am. I think I'm probably 37 or 35 now. And I'm just getting the hang of it. But even though I've been playing the game for like 36 hours, the game is still fun and the story is still dope. And the fact that you get to make over your character all the time, like you can change the way your character looks all the time if you want, I think that's awesome too, because I'll be switching out the hairstyles like non-stop. Not the face, because the face is mimicked after me, but the hairstyles, and the hair is laid out in this game. It's a beautiful freaking game. It's a beautiful game. There's 5 things about this game that is so dope and interesting at the same time. First, let's talk about the wokeness of it, right? Dragon Age the Veilguard, the wokeness is a bit insane. And what I mean by that is it insane in a good way? Yes, because when you look at the cast of characters, everybody is represented in some way, shape, or form, okay? You have the dwarf, which is Dragon Age lore. You have your protagonist, Rook, but then you have Taj, who's this non-binary character. And it's insane because there's actual dialogue where Taj is talking about they don't know if they know that they were born as a woman, but they don't know how to accept the woman, the way that women are, like with wearing a dress and so forth and so on. And that Taj feels more like a man than a woman. That is actually in the game. Insane to me. Insane to me. Then you have the Hispanic guy, Lucanus, who is second baby daddy. Then you have Davarin, who is a black elf, Grey Warden, who's first baby daddy, because, you know, my character is gay in the game. Okay? And then you have Balara, who gives Asian descent. And then you have Emmerich, who gives this like highfalutin, very bougie kind of white dude. It's just the cast of characters are super dope and relatable. And I like that about it. You know what I'm saying? I like that the wokeness is there for me. It's not so much in your face like, yeah, we're putting this in here to check off a box. But it's in there like, what? They really talking about that? Oh, that's slick. Very interesting. You know? And so for me, I like that with the game. And it's just really attractive that a game would really go there. It doesn't really go there as much as Baldur's Gate 3 does, because Baldur's Gate 3, I mean, you can literally walk around butt naked with your ding-a-ling hanging out, and you can make your ding-a-ling however size you want to make it. Dragon Age Veilguard is not giving that, okay? Baldur's Gate was the best RPG of 2023, and I played Baldur's Gate, and I like Baldur's Gate. I feel like if we had the maturity and the essence and the grittiness of Baldur's Gate wrapped into the package of Dragon Age Veilguard, then Dragon Age Veilguard would get a 10. A 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10 out of 10. But it's because that Baldur's Gate stuck in its strategic way of playing and just the way that it looks graphically. People loved it. The maturity aspect of it, the nudity, the gore, the grittiness. It stayed true to form, so to speak. Everybody loved Baldur's Gate. But Veilguard did something completely different out of the box. Its level of wokeness is there, but it's not as mature and gritty. People want to hate on it. People want to call it whatever they want to call it. I loved the stories and where the characters went in Baldur's Gate. Didn't finish it because Baldur's Gate was just too complicating for me, and the graphics were too immature for me, right? To be a AAA game, it wasn't giving it what it needed to give. Baldur's Gate gives that in spades. It's just lacking that sense of maturity and sexiness. Like, I've been talking to Davrin now. I think I'm on chapter 8 or 9 now, and they haven't even kissed yet. Baldur's Gate 3, y'all be fucking before, you know what I'm saying? So Baldur's Gate is cool. Dragon Age is cool too, but I felt like if Dragon Age would have that maturity in it, it would be a better game. So now we're going to talk about the story. Number 2 reason why I think the game is dope. Overall, just to give a general broad perspective, overall, the story is thick and there's a lot going on. You have a cast of 8 to 9 folks and they all have their own stories and they all have their own arcs, and you have to, well, you don't have to go through them, but it makes things a lot better with your companions if you go through all of their arcs. And so I'm appreciative of it. Like, I've been playing this game for 35 hours and there's still way more to get through because I have other companion stories that just became available. And like, I haven't even really tapped into my power potential of my Rook character, which is insane to me, right? Because even when you pick the mage, which is what I am, you have 3 different sectors on your spell chart that allow you to play in a whole different way. And I'm really feeling the game. I like the story and I'm just tapping into it. This is the first game that I've ever played that I actually am thinking about playing it again so I can see the different outcomes and play as a different class so I can see how that feels and plays out. Number 3, the battles. Now for me, my character, I made a Black Storm, right? An X-Men character. My character is a mage and, you know, he controls the elements. Now the elements that they have in Veilguard are necromancy, which is not necessarily an element, but that's a flavor. Necromancy, ice, fire, and lightning, right? So right now, you know, what I will call the lightning mage, where I use a lot of lightning, but I also use my meteor blast power with the fire. I'm not a fan of ice. Ice doesn't really move me in no which way. And I'm not necessarily a fan of necromancy. That doesn't move me in any which way either. But that goes to, like, I could play in those different ways to see how those different ways play. But right now I'm lightning and fire, baby. And I'm busting caps in the ass. Now that I know how to do the companion combos, it's a wrap. And I found out extremely late, that some of your companions can heal your Rook and their healing doesn't run out. It's all on a timer. Amazing. But the battlefield gives crunk. I just did the assault on White House and it was lit. Like, bringing down the meteors, telling my companions what to do, the big old face God cloud and the fact that she came up and then the 3 wormhead. It was off the chain. And I like that I did so much side content that my character is at the level of the bosses or a little bit higher than the level of the bosses. And I could bring down fire on their ass. Like, I'm murking these boys and these girls. And it's so awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. A lot of people are also hating on the game because of the graphics. I don't understand why. They must have janky TVs or a janky PC because the graphics are flawless to me, especially when you get into all of the cutscenes and they talk. The hair is a 10 out of 10. I've never seen a hair like this in any game. The styles that you can pick and choose from, the looks, the character creator, it's amazing. And the graphics are dope. This gives 2024 game. Now, and no, I mean, honestly, it gives me, it gives 2024. It really does. Horizon Zero Dawn is a great game that has phenomenal graphics, and God of War is a great game that has phenomenal graphics. I will put that in a league with them in terms of having graphics. Not so much Horizon Forbidden West and Zero Dawn and all the Horizon games, because even outside of the cutscenes, your character model looks amazing. But I feel like they had to do so much in this game that they had to kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I think the graphics look great. You just have to have a great TV and a good PC. And then the number 5 reason why I think the hate is fake and they're only doing the hate on YouTube just to get money for the game is because there's so many different ways to play this game that the choices that you make actually make you scratch your head and save different files so that you can try different ways or different outcomes of the game. Gameplay is sick. And because you have so many choices to make and the choices actually dictate how things happen in the game, I want to play the game again. And and the fact that I'm at level 35, 36, and then there's still so much to go, I'm just like, the game is really good. And I honestly, I don't understand where the hate is coming from. And I don't think, if you like RPGs, if you like good, heartfelt, great combat, great customization, thick, heavy storyline, kind of a role-playing game, Veilguard is the game for you. And you need to play this game if you haven't already. Have you played Veilguard? Do you like Veilguard? I know this is a weird video because I don't really do these kind of videos on my channel. But Veilguard is really, really dope. So let me know what your thoughts are about Veilguard. I am playing on my PS5. My PSN is Baldurs TV. I believe it's still Baldurs TV. The next game that I'm waiting for is Grand Theft Auto. That's it. I'm just waiting for her. But Veilguard is a really good game. You should play it. This is.